PlayStation Experience 2016, I mean, we got this Shinobi guy saying stuff again, and when he opens his mouth, it's usually right. I mean, he leaked Horizon a year before it was announced. He leaked the Call of Duty setting. He leaked, let's say, God of War before it was announced as well. So this guy knows stuff, and now he's talking about Wipeout. He's teasing it on Twitter as well. And I got a theory on what developer is working on this game. So we will probably hear the announcement during PlayStation Experience 2016, and there are some rumors going around that it will be a PlayStation VR game. Because of course, it makes a lot of sense, putting on your VR headset inside this, starship or vehicle that you of course use in Wipeout. Anyway, it's of course a franchise that was made by the Liverpool studio, but then they got shut down. But then Sony opened a new studio in 2015 to work on PlayStation VR games. And there is some very interesting stuff going on with this. So let's go over to Eurogamer here, where they say Sony sets up Northwest Studio to make Project Morpheus games. And ex-Evo developers or Evolution Studio developers are involved. And Evolution Studios, of course, the creators of Drive Club and MotorStorm, they got shut down. So, these guys know something about racing games, right? And Wipeout is a racing game, so 1 + 1. Anyway, let's dig in a little bit further. Sony has set up a PlayStation developer in Northwest England to focus exclusively on making games for its Project Morpheus, now known as the PlayStation VR. So this was like back in the old day here, when we didn't know the name of the PlayStation VR yet. The new developer falls under the Sony Computer Entertainment's Worldwide Studios banner, with Shuhei Yoshida running as president. We of course know Shuhei. Northwest Studio is still in its early stages, and this was in 2015, like in the middle of 2015, and Sony Computer Entertainment declined to offer much detail when asked for comment by Eurogamer. Okay, so, but what do they have? In March, Runcon based on Evolution suffered a number of layoffs. It got shut down this year, as Sony restructured the studio to focus on updating its PlayStation 4 exclusive racing game as a service, as well as the launch of the long-delayed PlayStation Plus edition. So, of course, the whole debacle with Drive Club. One of our sources said before Evo suffered the restructure, it had a number of virtual reality prototypes in development for Morpheus, and the new Northwest studio may take them further. Evo had also developed a version of Drive Club that worked with Morpheus. And of course we now know that as Drive Club VR that is out, you can buy it. So this rumor is probably real, which makes sense. And then this Northwest studio is working on VR games with Evo developers, making a racing game, making a Wipeout game. I mean, they're based in England. Liverpool studio was also based in England. It could totally be the case that some people that worked at Sony Liverpool now work at this Northwest studio to make a new Wipeout game solely for VR. This is interesting because now this means that Sony is bringing like old classics back that were done for, but they give them a new life on this new platform, and that makes a lot of sense because Wipeout was always a weird game, but it had something, it was unique in some sort. What do you think? Wipeout, I mean, it's totally coming. I mean, I believe the Shinobi guys, I will stick my hand in the fire for his, like, if he's doing something, it's normally like he knows it. He even had the Death Stranding thing. He said, yeah, Death Stranding will be at the PlayStation Experience. And I was like, okay. And then they announced the panel. So we can totally believe this guy. It will be super interesting to follow the PlayStation Experience, of course. And I hope that you will do it here on the Euroraptor channel. I will have a ton of videos up about the PlayStation Experience for your enjoyment, reactions, theories, everything during the show, the PlayStation press conference of course, and after the show. So be sure to subscribe, like this video if you did, share your thoughts on Wipeout VR in the comments down below, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.